Steve Eastman, American Ironworks. Today I'd like to go over the proper way to install the cable choker onto your hose. If you're going to be going hose to hose where you have two hoses connecting together, the best way to do it is to open up your loop like this, pull that down. These rubber gloves work real well. You slide it on like this, bring your opposite side on, slide it on like that, open up your circle. Go ahead and install the system on one side. Then bring your hose around like this. Make a connection there. Then open up one side like this and bring it over. And we want to evenly space these. So when you pull this over like this, we want the system to be tight. But if we have 5 inches here, we want 5 inches here. So we want to evenly space this to where the center of the choker is in line with the fitting here. Just like that and like that. So that's a good fit right there. Again, we want this here to be rigid. We don't want to have a lot of slack in it this way. This is a good setup for a hose to hose. I'm going to illustrate now what we would want if it's going from a hard pipe or a fitting to a hose. If this here was a rigid pipe going from this way back, then what we'll want to do is bring this over to this. Again, this wouldn't be a hose. This will be a rigid pipe like coming from a hard fitting to a hose. You want to make sure that you have a lip or something and put the cable choker right on the back side of the lip. We don't want to just put it on steel, something smooth like this where it'll pull off. That cable choker needs something to pull against so that it can continue to tighten down. And then over here where you plug your hose into your hard fitting, again, go ahead and pull the system down tight to where you have the system rigid like this. We don't want a bunch of area of this. I'm going to show you now how not to do it. We see this a lot in the field, or a lot in pictures, not on our products, but on a lot of others. That right there would be a no-no. Most failures is where your hose will hydraulic out of the crimped fitting and blow off here. And by having the restraint on the fitting, you're not doing anything. We want to make sure that we get this restraint over here. Depending on the size of the hose, we like to go at least 5 inches on this. Here's a 3/4 hose, about a 1.3 OD. We like to get 5 to 6 inches up on this hose. The larger the hose, that distance will increase. But again, this right here is a no-no. We want to bring this out like that, like this. Center the system up to where you have the same distance right here as you do right here. That'll do it.